G'day, my name's Brett Hooker and my channel is I Love Dirt. And in this video, I want to show you the improvements that I've made to the kitchen and the storage in the pod trailer. Now, the key improvement here is that I've actually ordered a Drifta Kitchen and storage box and then had it enhanced by custom off-grid solutions to create a whole storage layer above the kitchen and the storage box so that you can still use all the storage above without things falling in behind. So I think this is a really good way to expand the storage and usability of the pod trailer, particularly if you're going on long trips where you want to, you want some kitchen space, you're going to stop in places for a couple of days and you really want a kitchen, but you also want to be able to tuck it away very quickly. You can see with this pod trailer, it's got the James Baroud tent on it, and above me is the 30-second awning, so it's already designed for very, very fast setup. We're the second owner of this one. The first owner took it on a Kimberley's trip and it was super quick for them, right? They just pulled up, pop up the James Baroud, pop out the awning, and they're up and running. And we just wanted to take that one step further with the kitchen area. If you're enjoying the content we're producing on the I Love Dirt channel, go ahead and click the subscribe button and the like button to let other people know what we're doing and for you to stay up to date with the content we're producing. So, one of the reasons I went for the Drifta Kitchen is that it's all on these Teflon slides. And what Drifta's done with these ones is they've actually made the Teflon slides a little bit deeper and they've spaced them evenly to go into the corrugations on the floor of the pod trailer. So it fits in really nicely, slides in and out. But one of the cool things about the pod trailer is that you can use it as a general trailer, right? So there's going to be times where you don't want this gear in the trailer at all. So these come right out. So you can actually take them right out. And the flooring that Custom Off-Grid Solutions has done, all of that's just held down with bungee cords. All of that can pop out easily, so all of that can go in the garage. And I'm back to the empty base trailer that the pod gives you. So it gives me flexibility in how I use the trailer. So that's a really important benefit of the Drifta setup. But also, one of the things I've always loved about these Drifta kitchens, and that's what's made them popular all around the place, is the way this pull-out return kitchen works, right? And the way the pull-out return works is that this whole section over here, this piece and this piece, actually unclip and they actually sit on top of the box here, and then this whole kitchen box slides away inside the trailer. So you've got storage here with a couple of drawers. You've got a deep drawer here so you can put your pots and your pans, or your cooking, the big cooking gear can go in that drawer. And you've got another cupboard there for storing pantry items. So that's really helpful. And then on the end of this drawer, now this drawer's, I'll talk about it more in a minute, but on the end of this drawer is a couple of pantry drawers as well. So again, cooking items, eating items, whatever you need for your kitchen are accessible right there on the end, so that when you're working in the kitchen, look at all this space. I've got all that bench space there. I've got the little bit of the tailgate. I've got the top there, I've got the bottom there. So you've actually got room for a wash tub under here. So that just slides out, you pop that there. And you've got water here. So I actually had Drifta option this kitchen with the plumbed water. And you can turn the tap on there and you get running water. So that's where your wash up goes. You can see there's a hose down here. That actually hooks up to a hose that I had Custom Off-Grid Solutions hook up to the 60-litre water tank. So there's a 60-litre water tank on this trailer. I had COGS add a 12-volt water pump. You flick a switch around there, water primes up, and then when you turn the tap, you've got running water at the kitchen, which is really handy. All right, you can see the stove there. So lots of cooking space, lots of preparation space, but as I said, the cool thing, these things then pop off, sit on top of there, and the whole lot slides away. All right, so what I'll do now is I'll actually show you how that kitchen slides away, because it's an important part of the way all of this integrates and to show you how tight it is. So just going to pop these couple of items to the side for a minute. Okay, so just close up the stove. Now I do have a boot liner bag. Drifta sells boot liner bags for gas stoves. So I've got a boot liner bag that the stove goes in, and the reason why I do that is when I'm traveling, that stops the metal of this banging around on the wood. It also protects the stove. So I'm just going to pop around here for a second and turn the gas off. All right, gas is off. All right, just undo the gas hose. That goes down there. that's ready to go. I'll pop the fry pan over there. Okay. So, top comes off that. I'll just lean that against the fridge over here. This is just a pop-up bucket. So, you just pop that down, pop it in the drawer. That's tucked away. Now, water is turned off, thank goodness. So I'm just going to undo the hose from under there so that can slide away. Now the side bench here, that folds up. You just slide your legs up in there. There we go. So that's the bottom of the table. Now, the bottom of the table just slips into the front and drops in there, so that seals off the front. And then the top of the table, these two little metal tabs here, they go in there. That pops on. So bungee cords on all four sides to hold that firm. And then this end bit, you just lift that up, drop that down. It comes around and it has a bungee cord as well. So let's take a look at that. Going away, I'll just put the bungee cord on the end. Oh, legs under here to keep it stable. So I'll just... All right. And now, it just slides back into the trailer. So as I say, on those Teflon runners. And if you look here, you can see the corrugations in the base of the trailer. As I say, Drifta's designed those Teflon runners to sit in the corrugations. That pushes up in there. And then your tailgate closes up. So a really important part of the design that Drifta's put into the kitchen and the storage box here is they've designed it so that it's below this lid line. So you do not need to open up the lid to be able to get your kitchen out or to be able to get your storage box out. So when you pull up to camp, if you just want access to your kitchen, you don't need to open the top part of the trailer. All right. And as I said, they can come out completely if you want to. Now, part of the reason I went for the Drifta setup here as opposed to some of the other, there are other drawer systems, people can put fridges and things like that in there. The reason I went for the Drifta setup is that with the COGS flooring on top, these two items go all the way back to the trailer. So I'm making use of every bit of space in the length of the trailer. So kitchen goes all the way back, but so does this storage box. So when this storage box comes out, all right, you can see it goes all the way to the back. So instead of me having to lift this lid up and try and access things on the bottom of the trailer right at the back, I can now do it in a pull-out drawer, so it makes it really easy to access everything. And then one of the cool things about this setup is that if we have a look just over to the side there, there's a little side table, right? There's a little long side table there. The legs fold up on that, and it actually comes and stores. It sits right on top of the runners here in the top of this box. So again, more bench space. So I had all that bench space with the wraparound kitchen, but I've got a side bench, I've got all that storage box, I can access everything, and I've got those pantry drawers at the front. And if you don't, and as I said, if you don't want to use the trailer that way, just take them out altogether. Now, I will pop this open though so that you can see what Custom Off-Grid Solutions has done for me in terms of integrating a floor above these so that I can continue to use all the storage space really easily above these. So I'm going to go ahead and lift this up. All right. So you'll see right here, the boys are camping this weekend, so you see they're having a good weekend. I'll just put them to the side. But Custom Off-Grid Solutions has used the boot liner on top of some wood for us and created all this beautiful floor space for us. And you'll see over here on the side, they've got bungee cords. So as I said, if I want all of this out, pop the bungee cords out, that lifts out. But they've also created a center support, because that's a big wide piece of wood. I didn't want it bowing down on things. So they've gone ahead and created nice supports for everything, so that everything stays in good shape even when there's a heavy load on top. So you can see all of that storage area under the lid is all easily accessible as well. So again, on a camp, You've got easy access to a kitchen, easy access to storage, easy access to the rest of the storage here, which is what the pod trailer is all about. It's all made out of wood, so it's nice and light, so that sort of stays in the keeping of the pod trailer as well. And if you're not using that top area, no drama, just pop that down and away we go. Hand in hand with this, we just had to sort out how we were going to work the kitchen out. So when I had Custom Off-Grid Solutions do the 12-volt setup and the battery setup, I had them put an Anderson connector right here on the back of the trailer, and that allows us to plug the fridge in there. So we just keep that fridge in the back of the car, and like this situation here where we've been camping 4 or 5 days, we just grab the fridge out, pop it beside the trailer, plug it into the Anderson, and it's now integrated into the kitchen area. So that's really handy. It's the way to deal with the fridge. And as I said, the other key part of this setup is that side bench as well. So heaps of storage, easy to access. And if you don't want to use it, if you need to use your trailer more like a trailer, or you're doing a different kind of trip where you don't need that, inside the trailer, it all just comes out. So look, that's the Drifta Kitchen setup in the pod trailer. They do different configurations. There's 3 different types of pod trailers. This is the Extreme, with the Extreme off-road suspension underneath. So the leg setup for these had to be a little bit longer to allow the legs to reach. Different pod trailers have different height suspension, so you just need to factor that in the leg length. But other than that, all tickety-boo. So that's a bit of a look into the Drifta Kitchen setup and all the benches, etc. For pod trailer, and in our case the Extreme pod. Cheers everyone.